G'day everyone, Dan here. This afternoon I'm building a mash tun for all grain brewing. I've done a little bit of all grain brewing all in a bag, brewing in a bag, but I decided I might give it a go making myself a mash tun and eventually another Esky or container above to do some sparge water with, but I'll make a mash tun to start and then I can drain this straight into my my pot to do the boil in and just rinse it out, just do a sparge in here after I take the initial sparge water out. I'm brand new to this whole home brewing, all grain home brewing, so I'm just sort of mucking around with it at the minute. I've been brewing extract brews for years because it's cheap and easy. I've got a little bit of home brewing gear around here. What I was going to do here is I bought this Esky this afternoon. It was only cheap, it was on special for $20 at Bunnings, so I thought, well, now it's 26 litres, I believe. So it should, 26 litres. So it should do the job for one batch of beer anyway. You know, once I put 5-6 kilograms of grain in there and, you know, let it soak for an hour, bring it out, then sparge it, you know, it should go well. I hope to use this a bit more. I might put a little sparge arm in the top eventually. But to start with, I'm just going to put this in the tap, put it in there, and use the O-ring, seal it up. Got a couple of nuts here to go on. So drill that hole, push it through, and see how we go. Right, so I measure up from the bottom to this lip here. I get 345 millimetres. So that's 20 millimetres, so come down 330, so 345 should be there. So 330 should bring it 5 millimetres above the bottom. So I've come down 330 from the top. Put my mark there to the centre, and I know where my edge is because I marked that too, where the edge and the top should be, which isn't that important. And I've got a 20mm spade here, and I'll just punch that through there. And I probably won't be able to get it through the inside because it's probably going to be a bit tight, so I'll just be very careful and go through here, through the top, make sure I'm square. So that. Pop that first side through. Like that. A little bit of foam there. I'll need to clean this up a little bit too when I'm finished. We go to the inside. We have that through. So like I said, 20mm, that's 20mm. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to have to thread this in just a little bit, which I will, but that's fine. Tighter the better. I'm not too concerned, help with the waterproofing. So I'll clean this up. There is just a touch of a burr on that, as you can see there, so I'll get a file. I've actually got a file up here now, and I'll just give that a bit of a clean up and I'll come back. So I've cleaned that up a little bit on the outside. I actually found just using a knife and going around getting that plastic off was actually easier than using the file, just by coming around. And anyway, I got most of it off, so you won't see it there. I'll do the inside, clean that up. You know, wherever that hole is there. Once again, I'll get the knife in there and we'll give that a clean up. Right, so I've got that hole and I've cleaned it up. What I want to do is reinforce the inside of it, because I'm going to have this sit inside there, not the whole way. I'm going to cut this in half and use the other half on another project for the home brew. They're going to sit on there, obviously, and they're going to tighten up and compress. I don't want that to compress. So what I've got to do is I'm just going to clear the foam around from the inside here. Whether I use my Leatherman or another tool, and just get that foam out. Like, as you can see, it's coming out there. And I'm going to fill that, hopefully first centimetre in with the kneader, because this stuff sets hard. It's a 2-part, kind of like epoxy resin, sort of style stuff. We knead that in, push that around the inside, hopefully get a good centimetre all the way around there. And that way, when it goes hard, I won't be compressing or pushing in the actual Esky. I got that off another video I watched on YouTube. A gentleman was showing ways of how to strengthen it. He put plastic in. It was a good video. in my travels on YouTube, trying to discover new things on building mash tuns. Alright, so I've kneaded this bit of knead it. Yeah, it's Sellies, I think. Yeah, Sellies kneaded into a ball to get ready to put that in. So you can smell it's that epoxy smell. I'm a carpenter by trade, so anyone else out there who's a tradesman will know the smell of epoxy when it's starting to set. So I'm going to start getting that in there and pushing it in to my hole. And getting that in. I'll probably have to put a bit more in, that's fine. I'm not too concerned. I just want to get it up and in there. Which is starting to go in nicely. And making sure that it's not actually going to block my hole. But like I said, I'm using this to reinforce. And I am going to need to make a bit more. But I'm using this to reinforce this here. So I'll knead up a little bit more. It's quite simple to use if you haven't used it before. Just cut a little bit like such. There's a little bit of plastic wrapper around it that will come off. And then just literally start to knead it. Like the name suggests, like roll it, fold it into each other, and then squash it in. So I'll come back in a minute once I've done that. So that's fully reinforced now. I just passed the drill through that again just to take any of the excess out. There wasn't much. But you can see that now all around that hole. It's fully reinforced with that chem weld, the knead it. So now I'll start working on putting my arm in, the sparge arm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to length to where I want it on the inside. I want to get around to putting like a U shape, well, like a rectangular shape with a couple of cross pieces in it to take that water out. And obviously I've seen on other videos where they cut the arms, but that's not going to be straight away because I'm just going to do this in a bag still in here for the time being until I can get some more money together to set myself up a little bit better. Obviously a hobby, my wife budgets. So anyway, spending money, so I'll cut this to length and I'll come back and set it up and we'll go from there. Right, so I've cut that and I've given that a file and deburred the inside. And I just, before I cut it, I threaded in here, so I cut a slight thread into that epoxy that I put in. So I'll just thread that in, get that in there to where I want it. And then I can work out where I'm going to put the rest of this, put my O-rings on, put my nuts on. So I'll come back when I'm ready to do that. Okay, so I've got the outside one on. I put a bit of thread tape on there. I took it out, bit of thread tape on and started feeding it through. The thread tape must have got caught on the inside somewhere because it didn't come out this side. I'm going to try it without thread tape to start. I've got my O-ring here. I'm going to thread on and put that nut on. I'm not going to tighten it right up yet. I'll put that tap on when I do that. I'll put this in. So get that on and down. Nice and tight. Wash up. Just get that on a reasonable, just a small amount of pressure to start. I can probably adjust that tap once it's on as well. So I'll just nip that up hand tight. Get my ball tap on, my ball valve on to the outside. Now I might just put just a touch more thread tape on there. Don't need it leaking. Not that it should. Rexy! But one more wrap around there just to give it a bit more extra thread tape. The last lot went on pretty easy, so thread that on. And I'll go give it a water test. See how it's sitting for water tightness. There we go. Obviously I can nip all that up with a shifting spanner yet. I'll just keep it all thin but finger tight for now. And we'll go out and I'll just see if that's waterproof. I'll get a bucket of water. I'll bring it in here and I'll come back. Right, so I'll give this a fill up. I've only got that finger tight at the moment. So if that's going to leak. I'll just fill it just above the hole. So far so good. I can nip that up a little bit tighter. Like I said, I put that resin in there so I can nip that up tight and get a nice pressure against that wall. It seems to be working really nice. And there we have it. Now what I can do is put a male nipple on there to run a hose off, do what I want with that. Inside here I'll put a compression fitting and run an arm around here and a cross piece with the slits on the bottom. That'll be another project for another time, but I just wanted to get that part ready, so I'll do the brew in a bag in here now, sparge it out with water and just straight from this tap straight into my 20 litre pot. I'm only doing small batches at the moment until I can get some bigger stuff. But there you go, that's my new mash tun. So I'll come back and finish that off later in a later video and do some more to it. I've got this here to do sparge water in later, so I'll do the same sort of thing. This is a big stainless steel pot I acquired, but I'll do a similar thing here, put a tap on there, and then I've actually got a hose somewhere I had before, which I'm going to run into the lid as a sparge arm, but that'll be another project. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Dan, out.